it's very amazing week, Saint. So I think we are going to start right now. Uh, Today we are talking about the indicators, and I'm going to be showing you different indicators, how you can use them. You can use these on your advantage anytime maybe you are trading in the forex market. This is a very big topic, so I'm going to actually just compress it until you'll be able to understand what I'm going to say here. So ni kitu itakusaidia sana, so make sure you just follow carefully, usikuwe na distraction. So just make sure you follow this kidogo kidogo tu, and then I'll not share a lot of information. Nataka kushare just a little bit, because maybe next time the other class we will be doing the same class. To make sure that you check my screen so well, because I'm going to be writing here on my board. Utakuwa unaangalia hapa. I just want to ask Frederick Barasa and Caroline McKenna to just switch off the camera. I'm going even to do mine. Just switch off the camera so that we can just concentrate. Hope you can see me. Good. Hope you can hear clearly. Someone confirm. Someone confirm. Kama unanisikia, just
yeah, we are good, Dan.
Thank you so much for confirmation. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
We are good.
Thank you. So there's a comment section over there. Anytime maybe you have a question, maybe nimepotea kidogo, you can always end hapo chini, you just type a question, ama you open the microphone, unaniambia you're not hearing me, and then I can repeat again. Okay, so that is very important. The other thing, just be leaving the question hapo chini hapo, in case maybe hujaelewa kitu. I'll make sure that I repeat again until you understand, because this is very important. Makena, we are waiting for you to switch off the camera. Hapo chini onako ka kitu kamechorwa ka video. I hope we are all familiar with these things, So ako ka video kako hapo chini, you just click that, it will switch off your camera. Okay, if you don't do that, maybe yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, I've seen that. Okay, let's start. Let me open my bond over here. So we are going to be talking. Okay, after this, I just want us to go through the practicals, the theory part, and then we combine. After understanding the theory part, then we just be going to the practical side on the chart, so that we can know about all these indicators. But before that, it's very important if we talk about this one. So acha niwekele vitu hapa. It's very important if you go through the theories here. So I'm going to switch off my video here so that we can concentrate. Staki mniangalie, mi nataka muangalie bold. And please, mi naenda ku switch off my video camera. Make sure you also turn off yours. Akina Manu, make sure that you switch off yours like this. Off like that. Manu, hapo chini weka hiyo kitu tafadhali. Just do that, and when we are going to start, we don't want distraction. I just want to walk you very slow on this topic of indicators. I don't want anyone to miss this. Manu, keep like that. Actually, if you don't obey this, maybe I don't want to remove everyone, but I hope maybe you're going to follow this. Manu, hapo chini. Yes, thank you. Okay, let me share my board. Nice. Now I hope you can see here. I'm going to be writing here. So we are going to start with the practical, their theory, I mean, and then we'll just go to the chart in the practical side. So this is going to be very easy. So indicators, okay. Don't worry about my handwriting. Now, indicators. So when we talk about indicators, it's very interesting to know about this, because indicators is one of the things that you have to be knowing in the forex market. As tulisema earlier, that's why I said at least know 5 indicators. But do you really know the roles of indicators in the forex market? Some, I think, sorry for that. Do you know the roles of indicators in the forex market? Actually, do you know there are different types of indicators in the forex market? There are so many indicators, maybe 100 of them, maybe hundreds. I have seen several of them. And it's not that you have to know all the indicators. You're not supposed to know all the indicators. You're just supposed to know little of them and know how they work, master them well, and then they're just going to be helping you so much in the forex market. So when you talk about forex indicators, it's like the same as technical indicators. So the other one for forex indicator is actually the technical indicator. So anytime maybe you hear the same word, it's just the same one, I hope you can see the screen. I think someone has say can't see. I hope you can see where I've written indicators. I hope you can see that. I hope everyone can see that. Yeah, I hope you can see indicators. Yes, you can just type there on the comment section before we start. I think is yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I hope you can see that because I'm already sharing. Yes, thank you. Now, forex indicators or technical indicators, that is what we are talking about here today. And why are you supposed to know at least more than one indicator? Is because indicator is actually not 100%, because some traders think that the moment you know how this the moment you actually know how one indicator works, sometimes it can provide what we call a false signal. A false signal, you know, is it? Some may think that when you actually know how indicator works, then that indicator is going to give you 100% sure of where the market actually be heading, which is not true. The market will not, the indicator is not 100%. So it's always to have, after maybe you have done your technical analysis, then you can use your indicators to either get a signal or confirm a signal. Okay, you can either get to confirm a signal or to help you to confirm your analysis. So that is very important over there. So those are the roles of indicators in the forex market. Let's talk about the categories of indicators over here, because you can we can go to maybe other indicators. There are a lot of them, but you know, actually they are categorized into different parts. That is more than many parts according to how they play their roles in the forex when you are doing your technical analysis over here. For example, let me just give you an example before we go to the practicals. We have something like we call the trend. You know, we have trend indicators. This is where we are starting. I'm giving you an example, example, and how these indicators you can use them to trend in the forex market. We have trend indicators, and as you can see, the one trend is the same thing, which means the trend. So what do you know about the trend here? On the trend, we can have the market doing the trend in these different ways here. The market can be on uptrend, okay, can be on downtrend, and the market can be moving sideways. So uptrend ni pale market inaenda juu, downtrend ni pale where the market is actually continuously going down, and sideways is when market is moving. For example, if you can see, for example, gold, maybe it's just going 1920, that 1930, 1920 again, so that is sideways. But when it is uptrend, is actually going up. So we have all these trend indicators, and after trend indicators we have as well as momentum indicators. You know, we have momentum indicators, we have volatility indicators, you know, we have volatility indicators, and we have volume indicators. So all these indicators, they will depend on where you actually want to use them. Easy indicator unataka kusitumia wapi, where do you want to use them? If you actually want to see whether the market is up on the trend, which trend, you actually have to use either one. You have to just go and select not just a random indicator, but you actually have to know what you actually want into the market. For example, I'm going to be starting with the trend indicator, and then we're just going to be if it actually allows us, then we can be proceeding with the time before. I know the time actually always runs so fast at night. So let's start with trend indicators. For example, let's start with all this we call the trend indicators. Okay, trend indicators, as we said earlier, trend indicators will actually identify whether the market is actually on the trend, either uptrend, downtrend, and all those sort of things. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to chart. I open one of the trend indicators, and one of the trend indicators over here, before we go to the chart, these are them, these are the indicators we'll be talking about over here. These are the indicators I will be explaining here. Okay, we have the Bollinger Band, Bollinger, is this Bollinger or Bollinger, like that? I'll show you. Actually, not all indicators are on MT5, and not all of them are on MT5 or MT4. Majority of indicators you can just find them on the trading view. So that's why you see sometimes we analyzing on the trading view, is because there are a lot of indicators, that there are a variety of them that you can just use, but not because there's a payment option in the trading view, you cannot use so many of them at once. But you can actually, there are even indicators you can buy on the trading view, but most of them, they are free and they can just help you very much in the forex. Now there's something like Bollinger Band, that is the one that will be helping us with the trend, and you understand more tukienda huko about this Bollinger Band over there. So we have something like moving average. You have heard that. I will be showing you how moving average work. Okay, I'll be showing you how MACD work. So these are all the trend indicators. Okay, these are the trend indicators. From there we'll be going to the momentum indicators if the times allows over there. But you know, there's another category we'll just be talking about here, about the leading and the lagging indicators. So make sure that you be following on that. Okay. Okay, let me see if there are some people want to join, but the time, okay, those who wanted to join, I think you have joined now, but don't be too late, because the moment I get the momentum to move on, it is very difficult for me to go back to make sure that you always join on time to be. So welcome so much for those who have joined over there. Thank you so much for the comment I've checked. Yeah. Okay, so we have these trend indicators here. So these trend indicators, I'm going to be showing you how they just work over here. For example, we have the Bollinger Band, moving average, and the MACD. After this, there are several of them. This is just an example, and these are the known indicators over here that I'm talking about for trend indicators. Just know there are a lot of categories around over here, but I'm just at least if you know about the indicators that I'm going to be sharing over here, then it's just going to be helping you very much over here. Okay, now I'm going to be sharing my screen around here. I'm going to be sharing the screen. So we are going to the trading view. That is where we're going to be getting this. I hope you are following on this. It's just a very simple thing that we are making it to be very simple. So after knowing these categories on what I want, then this is what will explain more on this. This will be explaining more about the indicators over here. Make sure that there's a button down one over there for expanding the screen. You can click that. You can check your phone on the right side down one, and then you can press that to expand your screen. You'll be seeing this better. So I'm going to Euro USD. I'm going to the Euro USD over here, and then I click see more chart over here, so that we can go here and hand an indicator. Just know an indicator is just something that after maybe your analysis, you can put one indicator, you can put two, and then you can just confirm if what you are seeing in the market, whether it is true over there. But yeah, so that's going to be helping you very much over here. Now let's start with this Bollinger Band. I'm going to be showing you how it works. So if you are using the trending view, if you are using the phone, it is the same thing. You will be practicing after this. The Bollinger Band is actually on the phone, so you can use it. You just go to the indicators, if you're using MT5, how to add indicators. Let me show you so that we can be together for those. Whatever I'm going to do over here, remember you can actually do it on your phone on MT5 if you don't have a laptop. So for those you don't have a laptop over there, you can just use the phone MT5. So what you just do, if you are using phone, you just go to the chart. After going to the chart, then you can click in the middle of your screen, and then it will pop up around something that is round, and then after that you'll be going to, I think kuna kakitu, there's something written like a dollar somewhere between the plus and MN. So you see that thing over here, and then you click that. You or if you're using MT4, you see something like F. So you just click over there, and then you see a Bollinger Band, and then you can set it to default, and then you can click done. The moment you just do that, it will actually have an indent inside your phone, but we'll just be talking about the settings later. Okay, now let me just expand this screen. For those who are using laptop, then it's just going to be very easy. It's just going to be very easy. If you can check on this one, there is somewhere written around here, this is trending view, this is trending view. So you can see this is very simple because there is somewhere written indicators up here. I hope you can see it up here. There is something written indicators. All you just have to do is to click that one, and then on search button over here you can search your this Bollinger Band. Here you can see the one Bollinger Band. Anytime maybe you want to know the indicators you'll be using there, the indicators to put there on your favorite list, you can go over here and search any indicator. Let me show you how you just do it. For example, let me say RSI, and then what you actually do over here is to come and click this star. The moment you click this star here, it will actually be added to your favorite list. The next time you want to use it, you don't have to go and search it, because there are a lot of indicators there. They can confuse you. Even if you search Bollinger Band on TradingView, there will appear so many, but the moment you see this one, make sure that you actually you click this one, but you know how actually it appears. So it's just going to be very simple for you. Now this is Bollinger Band here, so I'm going to be clicking it, and the moment you click it, it will actually be handed to your chart over here. So you just click it and it will be handed to your chart like this. Okay, it will be handed to your chart just like this. So we have handed the Bollinger Band. So this is it. So how does this Bollinger Band work? Being as part of trend, showing us the trend. How does it work? How does this work over here? Now, as you can see, this Bollinger Band, let me just remove things over here so that you can just get it. I just want at least afadhali hata uelewe two of them. Is better you understand at least two of them, because there are so many, and I can just show you how they, but the moment you understand one, then I hope you're going to understand so many of them. This is how Bollinger Band work. If you actually want to use it, I'm going to show you how I'm going to combine between technical analysis and this thing over here. So you can see there's this rounding these lines that are moving this way and this way, and there's like another line inside. So the inside line is called the EMA, so that is the moving average line. We'll be talking about the moving average over here, so it's just going to be very easy to understand more about the moving average. Now, how does this work over here? So there's settings that you can put, or maybe you can go with all these settings over here. So one of the trend, as you can see over here, this Bollinger Band over here can just be helping you in a different way. It can just help you to know the trend of the market and when there's actually volatility in the market. So when we talk about the volatility, is when you see the distance is actually very big. So for example, if you start to see the market is actually expanding between this line and this one, you see they actually forming a very huge pipe. Let's just call it like a pipe, you know, this thing, the distance between this one and this one is very high. That is when you actually know there's a high volatility into the market. But when there is like a small distance just like this, then you just know there is a small volatility over here. Why does this show us the trend of the market? Is because it actually involves an EMA over here, that is a moving average line that is inside here. So as you can see this line, as you can see inside this line, so you have to know that you can even reset. Okay, my screen has disappeared. Let me share again. So okay, testing. Okay, sorry, my microphone was my laptop was crashing. Togo, I think it's storage here. Now we are here. I'm explaining the Bollinger Band. Sorry for that. Now, as you can see, we have this line here. So how does this show us? For example, let me just explain like how I want to train this Bollinger Band. First of all, I can set this. You just click anywhere like this. You just see after uploading this Bollinger Band. Then over here on the setting, you can see a small things like a setting around this area. There is a high. The high here is to close it. The moment I click the high, you can see it has disappeared, and this is for hiding. And the moment you click setting over here, that is when you can see the Bollinger Band like that. So you can even add like size. You can increase its size, like I increase maybe to 200. Just look how it's just going to increase. You can see it is just becoming the big one over here. So that's how you just increase the size. But no, after increasing this size, before actually it touches it, it will be itakuwa inakaa sana before it actually touches your Bollinger Band, either of these signs over here. Okay, because you have just decided to put it to the length, to increase the length. But let me just put it at 20, so that anytime maybe we trend, we can just get so much opportunities over here. Now as you can see, we have 3 lines as I said over here. So on these upper lines over here, you can see any moment is actually touching this line, we have the market trying to reverse back. But you can see there are 2 things that we said earlier here. This EMA line that is moving, that is up here. You can see this line is actually the market is upward over here. So this is EMA line. So anytime maybe we are talking about moving average, and you see the market is actually uptrend on this, is on the upper line, that is in the middle line here, then that is when you know this market is actually on the uptrend. This market is on uptrend because it is moving upside, is up on the upper side of this line over here. So anytime actually it touches or goes beyond this, or maybe it goes inaenda juu kidogo, where it crosses our moving average, that is the Bollinger Band across this side, then you can be looking for an opportunity either to buy or sell from that. And let's see whether it's actually correct from that. Let's see whether it is true from that. For example, you can see the market actually crossed this Bollinger Band over here, and it went up to this point. Let's see how much is this, and you can see this went up to 1.048. and the moment if you actually sold around this area, the market could reversed back to 1.02, which is a very big move from 1.04 to 1.02. so on this move over here, we have another move over here where it's actually crossed from here, and this market actually moved all the way to this position right here. So that another thing to note over here. So you can see anytime it crosses and goes beyond our upper line over here, then you can combine other indicators to see, or your analysis to see whether you have an opportunity to buy from that. Okay, now you can see it is crossed around this area. It crossed this area, this is a Bollinger Band, it crossed around here, and then the market started going up to touch our EMA around this area. So that is what you have to know. Anytime you just know that, you can go to where is actually touches our middle EMA over here, and that's how you can be trying to trend with this. So you can see anytime it tries to touch our or goes beyond our upper line, then the market tries to come back again. How do you know? For example, like this one. So look at what is trying to do over here in the Euro USD. So what can you note over here in the Euro USD? Assume now you are you want to say this market is actually going to test this area over here. This is a 1 day time frame, and you know this market can act over here because it is coming all this way down. Then this market can be trying to form what we call the double bottom over here, and this can be a resistance point across this area. So there's a possibility this market can be trying to come all this way here around this region here, and then this market after touching here, it can try now to correct back all the way to 1.09 over here. Now what other thing can we see right over here is that using the Bollinger Band over here, you can see it is true this market is actually crossing this one. It is crossing the downline, the downside of this line. So there's a possibility either this market will be trying to come where there's a possibilities that the Euro USD now, according to the Bollinger Band, that this possibility this market be coming all this way up here. It can be coming up to around this area, and that can be 1.08 over here. So that is one of things that you can be looking over here, because you can see it is already crossing the downside of this, and you can see the last time is actually crossed around this area. I hope you can see this. The moment it crossed down one of the Bollinger Band over here, the market actually reversed back and went all the way to touch our middle EMA around this area, and you can see now it is crossing again right over here, of which we just have to wait for at least this point here, across this point here, across here, and we can wait for this market to either come all this way back. Let's try and use another indicator over here. Let's talk about another indicator, and then we are just going to be either combining this indicator and to see if it's actually going to be working same as this one. So that is how the Bollinger Band work. You can just be anytime the market is crossing up one like this. So you can see the upper line, the green line. The moment market crossed here, you'll be looking for other technical analysis. You have done your technical analysis, you know there's a possibility for the top resistance, it has crossed your line. Then you can hand a Bollinger Band to confirm that if it's actually crossing that. So on this, combining two things over here between the resistance and the Bollinger Band over here, there's a possibility the Euro USD is actually going to go from 1.07 over here, where the market is actually now, to 1.08 over here. So that is one of the things we are trying to come up with here, talking about the technical analysis. Now let's talk about another indicator over here as we proceed, and I'm going to be talking about remember there are so many indicators. Assume that is just one. There is what we call the moving average. This is the moving average. I hope you are doing well. Let's talk about the moving average. That is number 2. We are moving to this one, the moving average. The moving average, actually this is just a line that crosses this point, and this can be either, or you can adjust to any values that you actually want into the market. You can just adjust to any values you just want into the market, like we have done over here. So let me, for example, add moving average into the market over here, the moving average. So you can see this is the market, but you know the moving average is still over here. So I can either hide this and go to, or you can use, you know, it only like it's just going to create a very dirty thing, and you don't want to have that. So I have a moving average exponential over here, and that is exponential moving average. You can see there's a line that has been added on my chart, and I can have so many theories on that, but let's adjust this, because this moving average is actually 9 EMA. So you just click up here where it is written EMA, and then you actually go to the setting, and then you can adjust this. For example, I like let's see 100 EMA, and then you can put, even that is the length, you can add the length to 100. You can, I just want to see, you just look at how it's actually going to be changing to be a bigger one. So it actually have changed already. After doing that, you can cancel, and then you can be looking on how it's actually going to change right over here. Okay, now I'm going to look at that. So as you can see on this AMA, you can come up with your theories. You can put 50 AMA over here, but you remember you have to test it to see whether it's actually working for you or not before you put any theories over here into the market. Now, what are we talking about when we talk about the trend? Anytime maybe I see the market crossing downward of this EMA, then I actually know the market is on the downtrend. If this market crosses my EMA over here and goes up, then I actually know this market is on an uptrend. Look at that. Anytime it crosses like this one, it changes the direction, and actually this direction changes for the longest time. So you can see all this one, the market, the moment it touches here, it changes then direction, it just changes the direction over here, and that's why you just know that. You can see and also note you can be using this as your either the support. Sometimes if you actually put maybe good values over here, now you can see anytime it touches this, it just market starts going down, or from there the trend changes from there. So that's how you can use this moving average. It does not have a lot of things, but you can try to set it to 50. I think nimeiweka mbali sana, that is 1000. That's why it is very big over here, so I wanted to put it to 100. Yes, like this. Now you can see on this, anytime it touches this, it just goes on the downtrend or uptrend depending on that. So that is the moving average you can just be putting right over there. Now I don't want to talk more about the moving average. See, there is also the MACD, but I just want to combine with something over here, another indicator, which is called the momentum. The type of indicator we are just going to talk about. Okay, let me just share here so that we can just be following on this. I just want to bring a proof of something to see whether it's just going to happen on the Euro USD, comparing if we are using only indicators. Now that is what we call the indicators. Let's talk about now the momentum. You know, that is one type, the trend indicator. Now there are these indicators, number 2, which are actually shows the momentum of the market. If you can see how this one suggests the momentum is actually how the market is moving, how the market is moving. This momentum. You know, momentum is like you know, the momentum sijui ni explain aje, but you know the momentum just shows you the momentum of how the market is actually moving right over here. For example, let me just give you an example. Maybe this is going to be helping you more on this. Example of momentum indicator is actually RSI. You have seen me using this RSI for a long time, and this can indicate maybe the change of momentum, the change of price movement. The market can be on uptrend, but this indicator will actually be showing you the market has been moving this way, and now it is actually changing the direction. And this is what will take us to the another two categories or two types of trading indicators. Remember, we had categories, but there's also another types of, you know, they are different things. Let's talk about these types over here. about types of this indicator so that you can just understand of how actually according to how they work. We have these ones, and I know you actually come across this one, which is the lagging indicator, and leading indicator. Okay, leading indicator. So what is the difference? So lagging indicator is like the one that shows you the history, is actually after the market has moved, that the time it gives you a signal. But the leading, the leading is actually that gives you the move. Inakwambia, yes, it is now the right time to enter into the market. For example, the lagging indicator, I have shown you about the moving average. The moving average is actually like this because it's one example of the lagging indicator. The candlestick, the moment the candlestick actually crosses this, after it has crossed this, maybe after this point, that is when you realize the market is actually starting now to go on the downtrend because it's actually below our moving average. So after the market has moved far, that is when you actually know the market is actually has crossed on that side and it actually on the downtrend. So that is what we call the lagging indicator. But when you talk about the leading indicator, we are talking, for example, the waves of RSI, that is the relative strength index. How does RSI work? Let's just look at that, and that is going to be helping you, and we are just going to try and combine and see how you can combine all these indicators to have something that is perfect. So this is moving average. I just want to remove this because already the Bollinger Band has that. So I want to something. Okay. So on this, I just want to add between the Bollinger Band. This is 1 day time frame. Okay, I don't know why it's stopping to share. Why do you not want to? You don't want to share the screen? Let me share the screen. I think don't know why. Sorry, an error can't. Okay. It has been raining here, so there might be some network issues. That is, you can bear me with that. Okay. Now let's proceed with this, and the time is really going, but I hope we can continue with this next time. But let me just finish here. Okay, I want to combine with another indicator over here so that I can just show you something. Let me share the screen again. Now look at this screen. Now I'm going to hand another indicator over here and then combine it with the Bollinger Band to see whether they are going to give us the same signal over here. Now I'm going to this over here and another indicator which is relative strength index. You can find it on your phone, the same thing, the procedure I actually gave you. You can just go over there and just add it. So you can come over here to relative strength index here. So the moment you come over here and hand it, it will actually appear downward around this area. So let me see. Okay, this is it. So this is what called relative strength index. What does this help you in this chart over here? So this will be helping you to they have come two of them. I've double click, let me just edit one. So this will help you to show you in the market whether the market is actually overbought, whether something is overbought or oversold over here into the market, and then you can actually come up with these decisions over here. Now let's look at this market. Let's see what happens over here. Look at this indicator. Is just very easy. For example, if you actually utilize it in 1 day time frame, now look at that. Anytime the market crosses 70, you can set it to be either 70 and 30, which is actually the default and is actually amazing over here. Anytime the market crosses 70, anytime market crosses 70, you can be looking at selling that thing because it's already overbought. Look at this. The moment it crossed here, actually the market started selling, and which is here. Look at here. The market started selling from this point. The moment it touched around this area, which is here, the market started selling all this way down. You can even go back to times and you actually see that again and again over here. Let me just go back so that you can see even the oversold areas, like this area. It must have crossed this point. So what we will be looking at, look at this market. The moment actually it reached around this area, the market was actually over. When it is actually crosses that mark down on, then we say the market is actually oversold because it's just gone down. And when it actually goes up, that means people bought so much until it was overbought. The market was overbought, and then now it was ready to start selling. Look at this. The moment actually it came to this area, then we started buying from this area, and we have some confirmation maybe of the trend line. If actually you drew your trend lines cutting this region over here, you can see this area was one of the areas that actually was crossed on, and the market touched here, which was very perfect move. So after touching 1, 2, 3 and 4 around here, this was the fourth one around this area, then that is one thing you use the trend line. Okay, let's see whether the Bollinger Band will just give us the same thing if you actually put it in the market to see if it's actually crossed all this way down. Look at that. So this was a very good confirmation to have into the market. Look at those things. A trend line, two indicators here, and then they confirm daily this market was going to buy from this area. Look here, I don't know why my screen is hanging, but I was look at that storage. Look at that. This actually, look at what I told you earlier. So it crossed our Bollinger Band downside here, and then the moment it crossed this one, look our trend line. It actually touched our trend line, and then it crossed below 30, indicating that this market was actually ready to buy from this position. Now that's how you actually combine these indicators, Bollinger Band, RSI, to just do that. If you actually want to set maybe the RSI over here, you can come and set it maybe to go up to 70, and the moment it touches 70 you can be looking for place to sell, and you can put it maybe below to 28, but I think 70 and 30 is something very amazing over here. Okay, that's what you have to know. We have a lot of indicators that you actually can learn over here, including the MACD. If you actually love to use the MACD, you can use it. So let me just look at this in 4-hour time frame to see whether we are going to have a signal around this area. So you can go even to 4-hour time frame, you'll be seeing something different now when it comes to RSI. Look at that. So most of RSI actually work when it comes to highest time frame. Highest time frame works more on these indicators around this area. So you can see something like Euro USD, it is already oversold, and now we are ready to be buying from this position across this area. And you can see the moment is actually touched around this area, the market trying to start to go up again over here. So you can add other indicators to know how actually they just work, something like MACD. Okay, that is moving average, divergence and convergence. You'll be knowing how they just work over here. This is how you put it to your favorite, by putting a star here, and then you can put moving average right over here. So you can see indicators are very important if you are actually trading, because if you combine some of them over here into the market, they're just going to be helping you to have a very good signal in the market over here. So let's see whether we are going to have this. This is MACD. We can be talking about, I actually know a lot of them, that how they just work. So maybe we can find another class, we can explore so much of them and how to actually combine all this. Now look at how you actually look at this and how it actually confirmed that this market was actually going down here. So this market actually touched around the year, which is 70, and look at MACD. So on the MACD side, you actually look at this side over here. I'm not going to explain more about this because I've talked about this several times. So there's this center line over here, which actually is I think is called the either end line over here, but it shows you when the market is actually on the over, like when this market, for example, is on upper line here, then you'll be looking for a selling point, and when it's actually on this downside, we'll be looking for a buying position. So when we see a market crossing, like it is about to cross another signal here, or they're using the MACD, you can see the market is about to cross and it is on the downside here. So when this market crosses here, when this market crosses here, like it crosses like this, it continues like this, and then it crosses this way, moving up, and this way, then that we actually tend to buy around this area when it's actually below this. And when it's actually up here, when it crosses like this, then that is the time we look for selling. Like this, we look for selling. Sometimes it is very important when you're using the MACD, the market crosses like this. For example, you can see when the overbought zone around this area, you have to know how these things works. You can connect them, all of them. This is very important for you. So you can see this was very up, and these two lines on the MACD actually crossed on the upper side, which is this area. They crossed here, you can see, and the moment they crossed this area, we can be looking for another indicator, which is the RSI. And you can see these indicators over here, they actually do what? They were very up. Okay, and they are very up over here, which means that this market was actually overbought around this area. And then you can be looking for other indicators like here, technical analysis. Remember, today we are not talking about technical analysis, we are talking on technical analysis, like analyzing the market, but this is one of the technical analysis thing, but we are not looking about chart patterns over here. But remember, after doing, maybe you have checked your, that is another thing you look over here, like maybe chart patterns, candlesticks, you analyze the market, all those things, then you confirm with indicators like this. So I want you to look at this, all those two, like one here and this one. If this market actually reversed from that position, and you can see this, how you actually make money in a very easy way. The forex is not very hard if you actually combine these things. Look at that. The moment this market actually touched here, you can see this region here, and it crossed here. So you already have 3 confirmation, and if actually use maybe chart patterns, we use trend lines, we may see this market maybe forming and up top or over there, and then we can be having the selling point over here. That's how you actually do all those things. I'll be looking at the questions because I know there are a lot of things we can be talking about over here. So which is the best time frame to be using all this? So the best time frame I actually recommend maybe to know whether these things are working is actually 1 day time frame and 4 hour time frame. If you actually want to know this market is actually crossed all this area, mostly use 4 hour time frame, and 1 day time frame is just going to be in reality, and it's just going to be gone over here. So if you use lower time frame, 1 minute time frame, it's just going to be very noisy. They can be touching up there, crossing, and it's not going to work. Higher time frame is good, because so many people are going to see that, and they are going to act. If they are selling, you are going to be selling over here, and the market will be actually selling. So that's going to be very important over here. How do you know if the candle is being formed? Have a huge and a long momentum. So today we are not talking about the candle, but this is how you just look at that is another thing about the candle, to see whether the candle is actually having a momentum. You see, let me just show you something here. If you look at this candle that is actually moved over here, that is the other thing you look about the momentum, because look at this candle. If you see the market is actually very volatile, that is when you see the market forming very long candles here, very long candles over here. Sometimes it can form something like this, the candle that is very long, and maybe it has a very small body. That is when you know the market is actually very volatile. It's just forming very big candles over here. You can know when there is high volatility in the market. You can use the Bollinger Band to know this volatility when the gap is very up over there. So any other question from that? Because this is a very big topic. Imagine that is just an introduction. Maybe we can just continue with this in the next class about the indicators. But at least if you don't know how to use all the indicators, at least you know how to use the Bollinger Band, RSI, MACD, to use your technical analysis over here to confirm with these indicators right over here. Someone has raised the hand, Anu and Chico. I hope, how is this, or I think you have typed your question over here, so typing will be actually be more real. Maybe you can raise the hand if you want to ask question before we close this. Najua ni usiku, so many people actually sleep at night after kukula. So ukikula mwili inaanza kusikia usingizi. Yes, please, let's have a continuation of this class. Yes, actually this is a very big topic and very interesting, because it can change your journey over here. So it will be coming according to the demand, you know. I'm just doing this for free. So, and yeah, so you have to know, I have to know whether people are willing on that side, but because of your attendance today and how you confirmed, maybe we can set up this one. So sijui kwa nini watu wanapoteanga after, kwa sijui ni kupotea ama nini, but kusoma vitu zinakuanga ngumu sana. Knowledge, sometimes when you put things like this, I don't know, people wanachokanga haraka sana, but knowledge is good. Hata class najua tu watu walikuwa wanalala, hata huko tulikuwa tunalala classes. So I think we can continue with these things, but you can try that. I don't want to overwhelm you with a lot of information. I just want you this week to try that, okay? I just want you to do that one. Just make sure that you follow that. Try to know how those things work, and it is just going to be helping you over here. Someone is asking me this personal question: how long do I hold my trend? Okay, before I talk about my personal trading, so holding a trade depends on the capital you have. You cannot have $20 and you say I'm going to hold this trend for 1 month. The market will just be moving in a very crazy way over there, and then you are going to be losing a lot. Yeah, you cannot own because the market will have moved a lot over there. So for me, I can hold even it just depends. Sometimes I scalp in the market, sometimes I scalping, which means I can enter and desist in the next 5 minutes if I see that opportunity. So I'm more type of trader in case maybe I get every opportunity I can trade. Sometimes I can just decide to enter the trends that can maybe take even to 3 days, 5 days, and I'm not worried about that. So that is what I can share from you. Thank you. It was interesting and must know topics once again. Thanks a lot. Okay, thank you so much. I can see you there. Usnanda Khan. Your name is very hard. I don't know whether that is your real name. I hope maybe you have gathered some information, and there are a lot of information, and if you actually utilize what we have discussed here, then it's just going to be helping you very much over here. Okay, how do you know which indicator to choose? For instance, kuna several RSI. How do you know the one to choose? Okay, if you see a lot of RSI, just if you're using the phone, it's only one RSI, it will actually appear this one. So just come over here. For example, if you want to use any indicator, you can be if you're using the trending view, it's very simple. Just go here. If you see, like, you can see how this is written, just relative strength index only, just relative strength index. You can be testing, just if you sometimes Magina's in a name. Let me write this one to see. Relative strength index. You can see there are many over here, but they are different. Relative volatility index, volume at time, all these. So there is one relative strength index without other things, but there are other things, relative strength index, divergence, all those things. You can just find one. If you put this one and you see it not the right one, you test the other one until you see something just like this. You have to know the indicator before you use it, before you go and find it like that. So si ukiona tu imeapia hapo chini inakaa kama hivi 70, that unajua this is one I was looking for, but it is just simple like that. Okay, there are many I know, and you can see, just find relative strength index, it will just appear there. And Wanchiku, blessings, thank you. Yes, now you have confirmed that is your real name. That's okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for following up. This is more than 1 hour, I think, and you can see there's a lot of information that I'm ready to share with you for free. And if you are willing to learn over here, always try to trend into the market. You learn something, practice on the demo account. If you get some money, just try on the other side so that it will build confidence over there. If you have any question, you can be directing it to the group or my personal DM. If I have time, I will just be looking at it. No offense. Okay, just go now and type to the group how the class has helped you, so that it can strengthen, it can encourage those you didn't attend wasikie wivu, sindio? Wajue kuattend classes ni muhimu. And because we are almost 240 in that group, but you can see only 30 people who are attending the class. That is serious. Now I see wanakaa tu hapo ni man tired, and they just don't want a very important information just like that, like this. So I'll see you next time. Make sure have a good night, and blessings, 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 blessings. I always say adios, 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 adios. You can assist the group and go and type their class was awesome, and acha wasikie vibaya, si ndio? Tuonane bandai. Kama uko na swali utaniuliza kwa DM, and we'll talk more. I'm here to just help you anytime and get the time. Bye bye, good night, mlale salama.